Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. If you would like to connect more closely with our community, I invite you to join our exclusive WhatsApp channel. So to join, just click the invite link you will find in the video description or on our channel's about page. While joining, you will receive the real-time updates, tips and previews, a reminder about the videos and all sent directly to the WhatsApp. In this video, I am going to explore the key feature of AlmaLinux 10, the next generation enterprise grade Linux operating system, and step by step for the installation of AlmaLinux 10 on the virtual box. Here in the slide, kernel and performance, AlmaLinux comes with a modern kernel 6.8x, offering a better performance, improved hardware compatibility, and faster I/O operation, especially for NVMe storage and multi-core CPU. So for CPU, I'm going to clarify an important question. Which CPU architecture does Alma Linux 10 require? x86-64 version 2 or x86-64 version 3? So version 2 and version 3. Let's start with the default configuration. Alma Linux 10 is a built and optimized for the version 3, the new baseline aligned with the RHEL 10, leveraging modern CPU features like AVX, AVX2 and BMI and FMA and more. But there is a great news for those with slightly older machines. Alma Linux also offers a separate version 2 build, extending support to CPU that lack version 3 extension such as on older Intel or AMD processors. So, which should you choose? If your CPU support version 3, then go with the default version 3 build for optimal performance. And if your processor is older, lacking AVS extension, choose the version 2 build to ensure compatibility while still receiving security updates. In rare cases where the older CPU might support both, benchmarks show version 3 can offer performance benefits through VT still run smoothly on supported hardware. So both receive full updates and long-term support. Alma Linux ensure everyone is stay covered. Let me know in the comment which version you are using and why. And on the next slide, programming and toolchain update. So the development toolchain is significantly upgraded from GCC 13 and Python 3.11 and Rust and Go. Developers will enjoy a modern and security coding environment writing out of the box. On the next point, container and cloud ready. So Alma Linux 10 is fully cloud ready with Podman 5 and better system integration. Container management becomes faster and more compliant with OCI standard. And web console, on the next slide, web console. So the web console cockpit has been enhanced to offer better user experience with a more real metrics, update controls and plugin support for the administrator. And security and enhancement. So security is a major focus of Alma Linux 10 with the hardened security policies and updated OpenSSL and memories protection upgraded. It is ready for mission critical deployment. And next, system rules and automation get easier with the more refined Ansible system rules, perfect for the system administrator and DevOps team who rely on the repeatable infrastructure deployment. And next, Alma Linux 10 is a strong choice for the enterprises, developers and system admins looking for a secure, stable and free alternative to the RHEL. So let's quick check with x86-64 version your CPU support using the terminal. If your system uses glibc 2.33 or newer, this command show supported micro architecture level out of box. So I have a two machine and I run the command ld-linux x64 8664.so.2 hyphen help. So scroll to the swcap lines. If you see SX8664 version 3 listed and no v4, your CPU support v3 but not v4. So I tested in my two machines. So one is supported version 3 and one is not supported to version 3 and version 4 subsystem. So I will use version 3 supported system and choose my ISO accordingly. So if your v3 is supported, go with the default AlmaLinux 10. Install the AlmaLinux 10. Let's download the correct ISO based on your CPU, whether it is support version 3 or just version 2. So visit the official download page, that is the almalinux.org. Head to the AlmaLinux website, get AlmaLinux section. So there you will find the AlmaLinux 10 ISO image listed, including separate sections for X 8664 and X 8664 version 2, ARM 64 and others. So choose the right architecture. For modern CPUs supporting like AVX, AVX2, BMI, etc., select the default x86 64 version 3 ISOs, and for older CPUs lacking those features, scroll down and pick the x86 64 version 2 ISO. This ensure compatibility and is fully supported. So pick your ISO or boot type. So there are the three types is showing: DVD ISO, boot ISO, and minimal ISO. So DVD ISO include most packages for offline use, and boot ISO minimal installer with online packages download, and minimal ISO is smallest footprint, ideal for the custom install. So use the proper ISO based on your CPU version for newer system, version 3 and V2 for legacy machine. Both are official supported with the fully updates and long-term support. After download, uh, open a VirtualBox, click on the new button and give your name of your virtual machine. So I am giving my virtual machine name is Alma Linux underscore 10 underscore server. So after giving the name of your virtual machine, uh, select your ISO file where it is downloaded. I hope uh, virtual to browser download of location. So you can select, and I selected the ISO file, and by default type Linux is set and Red Hat operating system is set. So I will change it to other Linux because Alma Linux is not listed. So I am clicking on the next skip unattended on installation. So I will uh, do myself, and after that I will select the memory. So I am giving approx 2 GB. So recommended is you can uh, allocate at least 4 GB RAM and 20 to 50 GB disk space. So here I have given around 2048 MB, so MB RAM. So you should give at least 4 GB RAM. Uh, After that, I will select the hard disk. After selecting the hardware, now click on the start button, select install. So you can see there is a three option: install AlmaLinux 10 and test this media, and install AlmaLinux 10 and troubleshooting. So here is a three option, and first one I will choose install AlmaLinux 10. In the second option, uh, test this media. So test this media will check your ISO file, and after that, after checking, it will install the AlmaLinux 10. So I am going to directly select install AlmaLinux 10. So here is the window, choose your preferred language. So I am selecting the English United States. So after selecting this language, we will proceed further and click on the continue button. After selecting your preferred language, click on the continue button. So you will get, after selecting the language and click continue, you will get a dashboard where you have to configure multiple tabs. So here you can see some notification sign on this symbols. So I will go to one by one. So in localization, by default is keyboard, language support, and date and time is already set. Installation source is automated detected, which is ISO file. And now uh, we will see the software selection. So in software selection, you can see there is by default server with GUI selected. You can see the server with GUI, and when you click on the software selection, you will get a window. You will get a window where you can see the multiple option is available. So server with GUI, which means a server will install with a graphical user interface, and a server button, an integrated easy to manage server. And minimal install means the basic functionality, basic software will install to go to your machine. And multiple option is there, workstation. So we are going to install the server, so I will select the minimal install. And kdump kdump you can deselect. If you are using in the production environment, you can enable this kdump. Otherwise I don't want to keep the log file and data, so I am going to disable it. And network you can select or configure. After kdump set, we will configure the network setting. So it is automatically configured by the DSCP. So we can configure manually the static IP, IPv4 address, DNS settings, and uh, DNS and resolver. So after network setting, we will configure the disk partitioning. So in disk partitioning, we have the two options: automatically partitioning and custom partitioning. Automatically partitioning will create automatic partition and use of complete disk. So we will configure the custom partitioning, and after click on the disk partition custom partitioning, here we can see the window, and click on the partitions. So it will create automatically multiple partitions, which is the basic partitions: root, boot, swap, and BIOS. So here you can see I am going to do custom partitioning and create multiple partitions via click here to create a new partition. So here you can see root, boot, swap, and multiple by default partitions will be created. So here we will configure, we will update the disk size. So here you can see approx 17 GB was assigned for the root user, so we are updating to 12 GB. So it will resize to 12 GB, and remaining disk we will use for the uh, different partitions. We will create another partitions. So here you can see BIOS we will leave as it is, and swap partition, which is a memory partition, so we can leave as it is. Here we are going to create the slash home. So remaining disk we will configure for the home partitions. Here I have assigned the 2 GB disk, and 2 GB disk for the home partition, where user will keep his data. And here I am creating a extra partition, so we can keep our backup files, we can keep our data files here in the partition. So you can configure manually different partitions here, and according to your need. And we will add we will click on the done button and accept the changes. And after this partitioning configure, we will configure the user settings. And in user setting, there is the uh, root account setting. Here we can disable or enable root account. So here I am going to enable this root account, but I will not uh, click on the SSH or allow root login via the SSH. So I am only going to set the credential for the root user. So that you root user, so that any administrator privilege user can switch from his account to root user, or in case we will need the config the password of the root user, uh, we can use that the password. So here I am going to enable the root account and setting the root password and confirming my password, and untick leave as it is, allow root user to, and click on the done button. After that we will create a user, system admin user. I have given the name system admin user. Uh, you can give according to uh, you, and I am going to click on the run as an administrator privilege. So this user will have the root user privilege, or you can say this user is having the root user privilege. So after setting the user account creation, we can start the installation. So in right hand side in the bottom there is the begin installation button. We can click on the begin installation, and the process of installation will be started. So after installation, it will take, after begin installation, it will take some time, uh, around 20-30 minutes according to your hardware configuration, according to your hardware. And after installation it will ask for the reboot. So here you can see in my right hand side, uh, at the bottom there is a reboot button. After installation it will appear on your window. So I have clicked on the reboot your machine. So it will take a couple of minutes to start your machine. So it is starting now, and all services is going to OK and started. So in login prompt here you can use root user, or you can use uh, which user you have created, system admin user, and give the password which you have set. And after the set, so after the set logged in, here I am going to check my configuration through whoami command. I am able to check which from which user I am logged in. So here you can see system admin user I am logged in, and sudo su hyphen I am switching to the root user. So sudo hyphen su hyphen, it will switch from the user account to the root user account. And here I am going to check the disk partitioning what we have done, lsblk command. So lsblk will show you the disk partitioning, root, boot, swap, and home and web data partition. Here you can see in my output. So that's it. You now have the AlmaLinux 10 running on smoothly in the VirtualBox. And if you found this tutorial helpful, please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon for the more Linux guide. Let me know in the comment if you'd like to walk through on the installation and network tips for your VM. Happy exploring. Thank you very much.